So finally, we're at the part of the program where we're going to begin work on the culture planning process. And this is really where the rubber hits the road and we have to roll up our sleeves and really get into the work. Now, there's quite a long journey to go through here, and don't panic about that. It's really important that we take our time and are very, very deliberate through each segment as we pull the plan together. If you have a look at the image that's in front of you now, you'll see an example of the completed product of a culture plan that was developed by one of my clients, High Performance Sports New Zealand. This is the organisation that looks after New Zealand's athletes that represent the nation in World Championships, the Commonwealth Games, and of course the Olympic Games. And you will notice that the document is very, very simple, so that it can be easily understood by anybody working within the organisation. You'll also see that in this initial part of the diagram of here that the environment factor of the model is missing, and that's simply because for this particular organisation, their environment is not necessarily their environment. They often are competing in stadiums or on courses all around the world. So they have a whole different separate document just on environment alone because it's such a changing and critical factor that influences the performance of the organisation. But I just want to give you an indication just from having a look at this diagram here, what the final product is that we're actually aiming for when we work through the culture planning process. So it'll end up with a fairly simple document that can have layers and layers and layers of complexity and detail sitting in behind it, but at the top level is like an executive summary of what we're trying to do and how we're trying to work with the organizational culture as a plan to lift it above the line.